Yo, brother, check it out. We got the same biceps, same arms. Anyways, we're going to do a tier list of this physique. We're going to rank his muscle groups from S to D tier. Biceps are a little bit longer insert. Not quite super round, though. Brother, that is my reality as well. B tier biceps. Honestly, for me, I give myself C tier. Looking at the forearms, they have those long inserts, but there's just not quite enough mass yet. So still B tier forearms. We had a little bit more mass. It would give that shape. His triceps actually have a good amount of sweeping, though. This is one of those saving graces because he has the legs to have more of a classic look. But if you don't have the long head of the triceps, or at least a little bit of peakiness in the biceps, you won't have the arms. And then if your arm ratio is not close enough to kind of that waist ratio, leg ratio, these are the 3 points that you need for the X frame. So you need the triceps. I'll give him B plus tier. Looking at the chest, he has more of a medium insert chest. You can see it comes about halfway down the arm. It's got pretty close together inserts, and you can see it's pretty evenly developed all through here, but the chest is going to need to be significantly better over time. Definitely has A tier potential. For now, we're just going to call it B tier. And you can definitely see the peakiness of the bicep. Then if we look at his shoulders, I would say the rear delts are the main thing that need to come up here. We just don't quite see as much front delt. We don't see as much kind of the rear delt. The side delts though, and like the overall chest shoulder tie-in do look good. I'm going to say that the delts need to come up quite a bit though. So I'm going to say that they're C plus tier, but I actually want him to bring up the rear delts quite a bit. The traps though are very good. And this might be one of the things. Sometimes if you don't have as much development in the rear delts, it's because you have a lot more trap development. You can see a clear amount of separation between kind of these upper traps and these middle traps right here. Even the lower traps are pretty well defined. So to me, the traps are great, but it's the teres and the infraspinatus that he doesn't have either. So this is a perfect case where if he did more rows with the elbows out, putting the force along these fibers that are horizontal, that would be a game changer for his physique. So I'm gonna say that upper back is also C tier. It's a big area to bring up, and that's because if he wants to have more of that classic stacked look, given that his waist is not small, and to then have that big X frame, all of this just has to be so much bigger. But definitely a lot of lat thickness, definitely a lot of erector thickness. I would say the erectors are for sure going to be A tier. Lats are kind of B plus right now. And then it's just a matter of the abdominals. Like, can we get more thickness over time? Those are the things that I would be saying. Right now, I would say the obliques are just a little bit farther beyond the abdominal development. And that's because our boy's definitely hitting his legs. In the quads, the calves, the adductors, and the hamstrings, like all of that is coming along. So I would say quads, definite A tier potential. Calves, if you look at them, they're medium insert and they have a good amount of roundness. Like they have a very big soleus as well. Like the soleus is freaking jacked on this guy. So the calves could be pretty cool. I think at least they could be B plus tier, but I'm going to say that they could be A tier. Like our boy's rocking with more so some wheels, but then the hamstrings are one of those things where if we brought those up as well, then the legs would for sure be complete. And then that would be one of the things where he's just trying to match the upper body a little bit more towards the legs, get the core lean. Then we're rocking that X frame classic physique, baby.